Welcome to the Conservatory of Performing Arts instructor tutorial videos for the ActiveNet registration system. This is the second video in the series, Private Lesson Bookings. This video will show you how to see who has registered for lessons with you, how many lessons they have registered for, and the day and time they expect to be coming for lessons. To start, click on Sign In and sign into your account. Enter your email and your password and log in. You know you're logged in when your name appears at the top of the screen. Then go to My Account to access the Instructor Services section. When students register for lessons, they are asked to provide the length, day, and time of their lesson. This information should be coming from you. The office staff takes this information from your students and puts it into the system to create a schedule for your studio. To find out what information the system has about your schedule, click on Private Lesson Bookings here under Instructor Services. From this page, you may run a report that gives you information about the students who have booked lessons with you. At the top of this page, you'll see Select Programs. Some instructors will have only one program, like Johan. He has Spring-Summer 2017 Private Lesson Piano. We want to select this program. Others, depending on what they are teaching, may have more than one program at the top of the page. Under the private lesson dates, you can select a range of dates that you want to see. It can be anything from one day to a full year. For Johan, we would like to see who has booked lessons in the month of August. So we will put August 1st in the from date and August 31st in the to date. By scrolling further down the page, we will be able to add additional information to the report about our studio. If we click on Show Private Lesson Detail, this will include the day, time, and length of lesson along with any biographical information we ask for from the system. For biographical information, we need to use the optional fields at the bottom of this box. These drop-down boxes have various options, though you can't actually see them in the video. In this case, we would like to see the phone number, the home phone, the customer email, the customer date of birth, and the payer name. In most cases, the payer will be either the student if they are an adult, or the parent if the student is a child. Under Group By, we can group our results of this report by enrollee or student, by instructor, though you will only ever see your own students, or by lesson date, which means your students will be grouped by the day and time of their lesson. To see the information, click on this blue button, Run Report. This is what a report looks like when you group the results by enrollee or student. Here you can see that Bella Bartok is registered for 2 lessons on August 18th and 25th at 5:15 p.m. for 3/4 of an hour. It'll be a total of 1.5 hours. He's booked 2 lessons, and they are booked in the system. At the bottom of this page, of this section, you can see his phone number, his email address, his date of birth, and this is the payer name, in other words, his mother. If we scroll down the screen, we can see that Felix Mendelson is also coming for 2 lessons on the 18th and 25th of August at 4:00 p.m. for 3/4 of an hour. If we scroll a little farther down, we'll see that Wolfgang Mozart is coming on Tuesdays in August for 1 hour at 3 o'clock. And again, his information, contact, birth date, and payer name is at the bottom of the section. Now we'll go back and look at what the report looks like when you group the results by date. This is what the report looks like if we group it by lesson date. You get the same results, but they're organized very differently. Instead of seeing each lesson listed for student by student, you see the days of the lessons and the students listed under each day. So on August 1st, we see that we have a lesson at 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and so on. This is a much longer report than the report when you group by enrollee or student. The other option that may be useful for you to look at is the list of who is coming for lessons without the Show Private Lesson detail checked and grouped by student or enrollee. Finally, this is what the report looks like without the Show Private Lesson detail box checked and with the students grouped by enrollee. So we see that Bella Bartok is coming for lessons, 2 lessons for a total of 1.5 hours. Felix Mendelssohn, and his contact information is here, is coming for lessons with Johann Bach. They are booked. There are 2 lessons for a total of 1.5 hours. If we go down the page, we see that Karl Orff is coming for lessons for 5 lessons of 1 hour each. If we go all the way to the bottom of the page, or the bottom of the report, we will see that Johann Bach has a number 38 lessons for a total of 25 hours booked in the system. When you include the private lesson detail in this report, you can see your upcoming schedule of lessons, but there is another way to look at your schedule as well, and that is the subject of our next video.